As a child, growing your own food was a necessity for Saskatchewan native Rick Metherell, but after leaving the farm to become a mechanic, gardening took on a whole new meaning.
At a point in my life, I worked under a lot of pressure from my company and the customers. So gardening was a relief. When I got off work, I'd go out and pull weeds, and each weed would be a customer or an employer. And so, as I pulled them out, I got rid of my feelings of tension throughout the day. 17 years ago, I was a heavy-duty mechanic, and I tripped over a hose, and I fell 14 feet, drove my tailbone out the bottom. I ended up with 6 herniated discs in my lower back and 5 cracked vertebrae. And because I herniated 2 discs in my neck, I couldn't raise my arms to eat, so my wife had to feed me off the start. She had to comb my hair. She had to do everything for me.
It was a spiral downwards when it first happened. Lots of tears for both of us. What do you do next?
I couldn't bend over anymore. Like it was just unbelievably painful, and my whole life changed. It's like they took something away from me.
Looking for a way to get at least part of his life back, Rick found the inspiration he needed from an unlikely source.
I said to my wife, we don't have cows anymore, and I got these 2 deep freezes in the barn, and they're perfect height for a garden, for raised bed. And Brenda said, oh, Rick, you're such a redneck.
Rick has always been an innovator, and so you'd think I'd get used to it, but no, this was a new one.
The neurosurgeon and the neurologist told me that I'll probably someday, if I'm not really careful in life, I'll end up in a wheelchair. So I decided refrigerators, I better put some of them in, because if you're sitting in a wheelchair beside a refrigerator, you can garden all you want. It's a perfect height.
So from there, the garden would grow and grow, and now this green thumb has 36 fridges and freezers.
It was like being reborn. My back's bothering me at 5 in the morning, and I come out to my garden, and by 7 o'clock, mentally I feel good.
And after his garden was published in the US Farm Show magazine, the idea jumped the border, taking hold in the city of Spokane.
And they called me up and asked if it would be all right to talk to me. I said, yeah, you're welcome to come up and have a look. The last report I had is they had 400 deep freezes, and they have 300 refrigerators for handicapped.
And while he's proud to see others taking on the concept, for Metherell, simply getting back into the garden is the best thing of all.
I know where to find him now. It's if he's had a couple of bad days, that's what he's doing.
My garden it's what I needed through these bad years of life.
For Go Kootenays in Moyet, I'm James Farnan.